Hello, welcome to another edition of the Success Principles for Housewives and Stay-at-Home Parents. We are looking at the book, The Success Principles by it is an amazing book that has transformed my life and a lot of people. I am a certified trainer of the Success Principles online, a leadership coach, a family and sex coach. Thank you so much for joining. And a network marketing professional. Recently, I and my husband and I, we went to our children's secondary school to make some inquiries, and we weren't so sure of how it's going to go, and we asked the principal. When he started talking, he was helping out, asking questions. Immediately he put a call to the person that needed to take care of what we were asking for, and he was telling us of how it's not a big issue. He made life so simple, and when we left him with that feeling of being really like heard and even going the extra mile to make sure that we're taken care of. And then he said, see the vice principal academics. He would have the exact dates, and immediately we saw him. The same approach, the same treatment we got from the principal was the same thing. He said, oh yes, I know who is going to. Immediately he attended to it, and he stood there, made sure the person came, and I was wow. This is something that was looking like a mountain to us. And my husband was really impressed. And he said, if it were the principal, you would say, okay, he's trying to impress us. But it's a culture. They all want to do more than you expect. So going the extra mile is something everybody would love for people to do to them. So the question is, are you someone that makes people feel happy, or when you leave them they smile, or they have that wow effect? Or are you someone that when you leave people, they are down, their vibration is decreased? So you need to decide to exceed expectations. The successful people have it as a habit. They're always looking for ways to exceed expectations. Wayne Dyer said that very few are in that lane, the extra mile. Very few people are on that lane. It's kind of lonely there. A lot of times people are asking, why should I bother? What is my own? What is in it for me? But this exceed expectation is actually talking about how you would go out of your way to add value to the other person. There's the story of the man of the company that they produce roasted coffee beans, and one of their clients, thank you for joining, thank you so much. My dear, I was wowed. I was surprised. This is a new principal. It's not someone. Miriam, I just read what you wrote. This has been my problem recently with my children's school. This principal is new. He doesn't really know me as such, because I'm kind of into my children's affairs. So I'm in the PTA, both in their primary school and in the secondary school. But this particular principal does not really have contact with me per se, and so it wouldn't be like he was acting. He's new, and yet the treatment was wonderful. So even if I was looking at it as, okay, so I'm one of those that maybe he may know, what about these other people that they were not there and they acted in the same manner? They made the calls immediately, they checked on, and they said, it's not a problem, we'll take care of it. My husband was really, really impressed. So because let me tell you the beautiful thing about exceeding expectations. People will talk about you. they will refer people to your business. And you know, it's the same thing the other way. If you cannot even meet the expectation set, people will also talk about you, and they would take people away from you. So what is that thing that you can do to help people? I was talking about that Coffee Beans story in the book, where they normally would mail the products to their clients, their customers, through UPS. And then when they went on strike, it was tough. How would these roasted coffee beans get to the owner on time for their shops to be up? Hey, Essie, thank you so much for joining. And do you know what this company did? They drove 17 hours from where they were to where their customer is. And they did it week in, week out to keep that customer. Do you know that in the long run, the customer was loyal to them, and they made a lot of money, just that extra, that they went that extra mile. They could have said to him, please look for people around your area. We've tried. We did all we could, but we couldn't. You know, so as you go into business, I've had people say to me, Blessing, you see this thing that you are marketing, I can get it elsewhere, but I know that if I get it from you, you would show me and you would be there to teach me, or if I have any issues, I will come to you. How do you handle after sales? How do you know, it could be something as simple as sending a birthday card to your customers, or to your friends that are your customers, or to people that you interact with in that space. As an employee or someone who is working for someone, how do you go out of your way to put a smile or to help relieve a co-worker or the boss? Some people these days, they do it for eye service. That means they intentionally want to get something out of it. And let me tell you, people know when you are fake. But when you decide that this is how I'm going to, live my life, I will always leave people happier than I met them. I will always look for how to solve a problem and even do more. I remember the last time we bought a car. It was really, taken care of. And it looked so nice when we came in. I was feeling very, very happy. That is going the extra mile. Person could have just gotten us the car and that's it. No, but the detailing and you find that in hotels. In the book, it talked about hotels like Four Seasons. This is the second time I'm hearing about Four Seasons and how good they are. One was Simon Sinek's talk on empathy and how they relate with their staff. And one was in this book, Success Stories, Success Principles, where it was talking of how they think about what their guests would need ahead. A man had his daughter away from home and needed to make her hair, and they told him that they have someone who would do that for him. And I've heard one other of my mentors talk about it. So you can imagine how people are treated as royalty. It's a culture. You would always want to go back. So I want you to think about it. What can you do to make you stand out? Go the extra mile. Give something above what is expected. Be patient to show someone what you are doing. And be with them till they understand it. For people who have, they were giving examples of, the time, the computer era, where they would buy all these big different things to fix and all that. The companies that took time to do it for free and teach their customers until they understand how to use it, they got more sales. So what are you going to do today that would go above and beyond what your customer expecting. A lot of us are online, and we have our businesses online. I keep telling my team that we are not in the, so in Nigeria we have these snacks that you could just buy from the traffic. Gala, lakasara. So lakasara is like soda, gala is like sausage, kind of pastry like, and a lot of times when people are hungry in the traffic, they just scream at those hawking, and they just pick. You sometimes don't even look at the face of the person. You just pick, pay, and that's it. That's the end. If you are stuck in traffic in another place, you go to the next person and you pick, and that's the end. I was saying to my team members, our business is not like lakasara, where you just, okay, bye, shush, bye bye, whatever you see in the package, that's yours, that's your luck. No. When you make a sale, you check on the person and you give helpful tips on how the person would enjoy that product. I had a situation one time where a lady was using one of our products. She loved a particular flavor, and she decided to try another flavor, and she was reacting with that particular flavor. And she didn't buy directly from me. She bought from my team member. And then she said she doesn't want it, that it's not good for her. And she was feeling really bad. Why? She paid 35,000 naira for one of those bottles, and she was feeling like her money was wasted. And then this team member called me and said this is the situation she's having, and she doesn't have any extra. I called the lady, asked her where she was, and I took my bottle that is not opened yet, and I gave her the new one and took that one that she's already opened. Okay guys, please listen, it was before COVID. So calm down. And she was so happy. You could see the joy, in her face. I've had clients try, oh, this flavor is not so nice. Why, I don't like this one. I want the cinnamon, not the peppermint. Yeah, that's what it takes to keep a client. You keep the client, you keep the customer. You help them have wonderful experience, wonderful judgments, because when they talk, when they share their experience, that's something you need to note. When they share their experience, people would not remember how you did anything, but they remember what how you made them feel. So when you hear the Four Seasons, Ritz-Carlton, it is because of the value of the emotional, raising someone's happiness or vibration in a positive manner. So go the extra mile. Be creative. And if that's not really your strong point, be around those who would love to go the extra mile, and ask people to teach you, because it's going to help you. Hello, greetings from Nigeria. How is Botswana? Thank you so much for joining. So we've come to the end today. Exceed expectations, under promise and over deliver all the time. Join us tomorrow by 9 p.m. West African time for another Success Principle. Bye for now.